Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about the co-current flow versus counter current flow in a heat exchanger. Okay, so as we know that a heat exchanger is a heat transfer mechanical device, okay, which transfer heat from the hot fluid to cold fluid, right? So if I talk about the double pipe heat exchanger or the cell and tube heat exchanger, so there we talk about the flow pattern, okay. That flow pattern could be co-current as well as it could be counter current, right, and it could be the combination of both. So in this video we are going to discuss about the difference between the co-current flow and counter current flow, right? So let's discuss about it. So if I talk about the parallel flow, so you will see that in a parallel flow or the hot fluid and cold fluid enters at the same end. What is the meaning of this? It means that, see, this one is your hot fluid, that is the hot fluid in, and from here your hot fluid will be out, right? Now what about the cold fluid? So the cold fluid will be in from here and the cold fluid will be out from here, right? So now read the statement again. The hot and cold fluid enters at the same end. So this is your end, right? Flow in the same direction. Now they both are flowing in the same direction from left to right, right? And you can say though both are flowing in a parallel direction, okay. That's why it is also known as the parallel flow pattern in a heat exchanger, and leave at the same end. So now you could see here the hot fluid out and the cold fluid out, so both leave at the same end, right? This is all about the co-current flow. Now let's talk about the counter current flow. In a counter current flow arrangement, the fluids enter at opposite ends, okay. See, this one is your hot fluid in, this is your hot fluid out, and but in this case your cold fluid is in from here and the cold fluid is out from here, right? But if you will see the flow pattern, so this is your hot fluid which is going from the left hand to right hand, but your cold fluid is going from the right hand to left hand, means both are opposite to each other, right? So that's why it is a counter current flow. Now what is the advantages of the counter current flow, that we will discuss later, okay, that's fine. Now just simply see that in co-current flow it has a smaller temperature difference between two fluids at any given point within the heat exchanger. But in the case of the counter current flow, it has a larger temperature difference between two fluids, okay. Did you understand it? No problem. Let's understand it from here. So let's take the first example of the co-current flow, okay. In a co-current flow, see, this is your hot fluid in, okay, and let's assume that the hot fluid inlet temperature is 100 degrees Celsius and hot fluid outlet temperature is approx 90 degrees Celsius, right? Now your cold fluid will be in from the same end, okay. Now let's suppose its temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and the outlet temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, right? One thing you should remember, that hot fluid outlet temperature will be always greater than the cold fluid outlet temperature, okay, and they both will be meet at the infinity, right? Okay, that's fine. Now if you will see at this end, so here the delta T is higher, let's say delta T1, but in this case the delta T2 is very less, right? Now let's see that what happens in the counter current flow. In a counter current flow, this is your hot fluid in, and let's suppose the temperature is also 100 degrees Celsius and the hot fluid out temperature is 90 degrees Celsius, right? Now your cold fluid will be enter from the opposite end, okay, and its temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Let's take the same, and cold temperature outlet temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, right? But in a counter current flow, you will see that one thing, see the delta T here, that is delta T1, and the delta T2 here. Now what is the advantage of the counter current flow? over the co-current flow, let's take one example so that you could understand in a better way. So as the question is given, in a heat exchanger, hot fluid entering at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius and exiting at 90 degrees Celsius, find cold fluid entering at 30 degrees Celsius. Obviously it will, when it will gain the heat from the hot fluid, so it will become hotter, so exiting at the 50 degrees Celsius. Find the LMTD for the co-current flow and counter current flow. Okay, so what we have given, so it is given that the hot fluid inlet temperature is 100 degrees Celsius and hot fluid outlet temperature is 90 degrees Celsius. Fine. Cold fluid inlet temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and cold fluid outlet temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, right? Now if you have any doubt in this video, please let me in the comments box so that I could clear your doubt as soon as possible, right? So now let's take the example for co-current. First of all, we will solve the problem, right? So the LMTD, what is the formula for LMTD? The formula for LMTD is delta T1 minus delta T2 divided by ln delta T1 divided by delta T2. Fine. Okay. Now what we will do, first of all, let's understand that what will be the delta T1 and what will be the delta T2 for the co-current flow, right? So this is your co-current flow. See, this will be your delta T1 and this will be your delta T2. Why? Because your hot fluid and cold fluid both are entering from the same end. So same end you have to take as a delta T1 in the both cases. Now at this point the hot fluid is out and cold fluid is out. Okay, this will be your another end and it will be delta T2. So here the delta T1, what will be the delta T1? 100 minus 30, so it will be 70 degrees Celsius, and the delta T2 will be 90 minus 50 is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. Fine. So 70 and 40. So simply write here 70 minus 40 degrees Celsius divided by ln 70 divided by 40, right? Now solve this one. So it will be 30 divided by, when you will solve this ln 7 by 4, so you will get around 0.56. Okay, now further solve this one. So when you will solve this one, so you will get the temperature 53.57 degrees Celsius, right? So this is the LMTD for the co-current flow or the parallel flow. Okay, so I hope you understood that how to calculate the co-current flow LMTD. Okay, and I have already told you how to select delta T1 and delta T2, right? Now let's take the example for the counter current, right? For the counter current, the formula will be same. Delta T1 minus delta T2 ln delta T1 delta T2. Please solve by your own so that you could also learn about the how to calculate the delta T1 and delta T2, and make sure that you do not mistake in a unit. Okay, that is very important in a engineering discipline. Now in the counter current flow, please understand about the delta T1. What will be the delta T1 for the counter current flow? Okay, so delta T1, see here, 90 minus 30, it will be 60 degrees Celsius, but in this case the delta T2, what will be this one? It will be 100 minus 50 is equal to 50 degrees Celsius. That's fine. Okay, so 60 and 50. So simply write here what will be this one, your 60 minus 50 divided by ln 60 by 50. Okay, so 10 divided by ln 60 by 50, or simply you could write here 6 by 5. Now 10 divided by ln 1.2, it will be 1.2, right? So now let's solve the ln first. So when you will solve the ln 1.2, so what will be the answer? So your answer will be 0.1823 approx, right? So now solve this one. So LMTD, so 10 divided by 0.1823. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be approx 54.85 degrees Celsius, right? So now let's compare the LMTD. See, in a co-current flow, your LMTD was 53.57, but in the case of the counter current flow, your LMTD is 54.85 degrees Celsius. Now, we could simply say that if the inlet and outlet temperatures are unchanged, then the LMTD for counter current flow will be higher than the co-current flow, right? Hence, if the LMTD is higher, then obviously the heat transfer rate is going to be higher in a case of the counter current flow. Okay, that's why we have written here that the heat transfer for co-current flow is lesser as compared to the counter flow. I hope that you understood that why heat transfer rate is higher in the counter current flow as compared to the co-current flow, right? So if you have any doubt in this video, please let me in the comments box what is your doubt in this video. So that's all for the today's video. Thanks for watching. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.